All right, so Thursday today, we got to go to Bowling Green, Ohio at 7 a.m. for a B&I meeting. After that, we're going to Taylor, Michigan and do some measurements and get a quote ready for a job there. Then we're headed to Ypsilanti to do some more measurements and get some pictures and get a quote together. Then we're headed to Liberty Center, Ohio to look at a job that we have to tie up some loose ends and get some extra final measurements on that job. And then we're back to the office to get the day ready for tomorrow on Friday and get our stuff situated, because there's a lot of things we're looking at and we got to get it in order so we can come in on Friday and bust it out. That's what we're doing. So what we have here is we have a metal roof, very typical. So rolled metal panels that was coated. They coated it with asphalt. As you can see here, this is asphalt coating. Then they came back and they coated it with an aluminum coating years later in certain spots here to try to fix some leaks over here. But it didn't fix any of the leaks because you can't just keep covering things and covering things. Coating's not a magic bullet. It's not just gonna fix items that you paint over top of. It has certain application types. There's a lot of people right now that they're trying to coat the world and they think that's the solution, and it's not. And then people will be out of business. That's just what happens. They're not gonna be here for 30 years because they're doing things like this, and the customer eventually gets wising up because they're spending all this money and the problem's not getting fixed. And then their reputation, it comes to light. And eventually these people that own buildings, since most of the real estate is owned by a certain amount of people, they talk to each other, and word of mouth, well, that's how these coating companies will fall. And it's been a cycle. It's happened before with these coating companies. And now it's happening again because all these new people can get into roofing. They're enticed to sign people up and push product. They're enticed. A contractor is enticed to sign another contractor up to push product to make a little commish out of it. And what happens is, and just because human nature, is that entices greed. And then we have things like this happen. This wasn't that type of system that does the MLM, but that is what's happening a lot. It's a plague of the roofing industry right now. And if we're not careful, which it doesn't matter what I do, what matters is what you do with your money as a customer. And you're not falling into a trap like this to where you're getting a coating system when it really isn't the proper use. Now, if expectations are set and we're like, hey, we're gonna do a coating, but it's because of your financial situation, you want a cheaper solution, but just know up front, we don't think this will last more than XYZ years. If that's set, then that's okay because the customer understands what they're buying. But what happens right now is the customers don't understand what they're buying. They are getting sold a dream that their leaks will be taken care of for 20 years, 10 years, whatever this paper warranty says. You should do whatever the customer needs and what's right for them. So that's where we're at in the industry. Be very careful who you have do your roof. It's a large investment. It's one of the largest investments you're gonna make. And it's the only thing really that you're gonna be buying that has a 20-year guarantee with it and a 20-year relationship with it. And that's why we do annual inspections for our customers, and we're talking to them yearly because we have that relationship. You can't have a good relationship if you don't talk to the person you're in a relationship with. So that's why we talk to our customers, and we continue to talk to them. We go out to their facilities and we do inspections. And we look at our work that we did 5 years ago and we go, oh, okay, maybe we should tackle that nuanced problem a little differently because it didn't exactly work out over the course that we thought. So, we take care of that for that customer, and then we adjust and we learn and we optimize how we do things, and we have the same people that are doing them. When you are buying a roof, you have to make sure the relationship you're entering in is going to be a long-term and can be a long-term relationship, because we like to be with customers for a long time. So again, be careful who you're dealing with, because right now there's a lot of greed and a lot of money and a lot of people taking advantage of customers in the industry. Okay, let's talk about this specific roof though. They got a lot of leaks here. What that tells me, it's that there's a couple spots where water's getting in and the coating's cracked. So if we walk it, we'll see. So let's take a look at some of these spots. Okay, right here. So this is an example. Now, why is this happening? It could be a variety of things. Could be it never was primed. Could be it never was put down properly. It could just be, it was put down properly. Now it's just it's exceeded its life expectancy, its lifetime. As you can see, you have this asphalt is just cracking. which is what happens. I wouldn't recommend putting asphalt-based products on metal. Water just gets in here, and then there's some pop fasteners throughout the system from here down to the bottom, and that's where the water will enter, where the fasteners are popped. That's what's happening all over this roof, right here, another one. Like, you can just pull this up throughout the whole thing. It doesn't matter if you coat it more, it's not gonna fix the issue. As you can see, this is like this. We have not done anything. We have no tools. This ridge cap it's not sized properly. And plus, it's not in the right use case. You pick this up, you see these panels that they have, they stop here. You got holes in the roof that are just covered with a piece of sheet metal. It's not gonna stop any leaks. And if it did, it was a very temporary solution. All right, just leaving Ypsilanti here. We did a preliminary inspection on a property. The problem they're having is leaks. They got leaks on the flat portions, where the flat portions and the shingles meet. So they're just trying to figure out what's happening and what it's gonna take to fix the leaks. So we were out here in the area. We figured we'd stop on by, get the drone up, take a look at what we could. We knew we couldn't get on the roof because it's so tall, but we're gonna come back and do that at a later date. We got that done, under the next one. So here we are in Liberty Center. We're at this roof that we have under contract. Let me show you a couple different reasons why this roof needs replaced. As you can see on the vents here, the rubber is starting to come up and there's getting some leaks in that area, which runs down the slope of the building and leaks into the building. The rubber's starting to pull in a lot of different areas here on the parapet wall, as you can see. And then one of our biggest issues is the ice and the snow. So the snow and the ice just falls off this building really easily. As you can see here, just destroys the gutters on both sides. So when we do this, we're gonna put really nice pre-manufactured snow guards on this property, and that's really gonna save the gutters and make this roof last a long time. Especially with slope like this, there's no reason this roof shouldn't last 30 years, and that's what we're gonna do, and that's the plan we have for this property.